Welcome to my sports betting channel, Place Your Bets. It's second round Saturday results video. How about we take a look at today's games and see how everybody did? All right, here's today's games. Michigan versus St. Louis. Michigan, that game was a lot of fun to watch. It really was. I really enjoyed. I like watching those small schools compete with the big schools. And, St. Louis, man, they hung in there, but, at the end, Michigan did what Michigan does. So they took care of business. But, I really enjoyed that game. Michigan 95, St. Louis 72. Michigan State versus Louisville. Michigan State 77, Louisville 69. Duke versus TCU. Duke 81, TCU 58. Houston versus Texas A&M. Houston took care of business as well. Houston 88, Texas A&M 57. Gonzaga versus Texas. Gonzaga was supposed to go to the Sweet 16. They've done it 9 times over the last 11 years. So I could not believe what I was watching. It was, I was stunned, absolutely stunned. You just expect Gonzaga to win that game. Gonzaga is 30-3, Texas 18-14, and Texas they didn't just barely win. They beat Gonzaga. They beat them 74-68. Illinois versus VCU. Illinois 76, VCU 55. Another great, incredible game, and down to the wire, an absolute nail biter. Vanderbilt versus Nebraska. Wow, everything about that game was fantastic. Everything from beginning, middle to end. And that right at the last second, boy, you just held your breath. You really thought Vanderbilt was going to win. But, Nebraska, they had the home crowd there. And it was, just watching it on TV, you could hear how loud the fans were. It was incredible. Definitely, probably the best game so far in the tournament. Nebraska 74, Vanderbilt 72. Just wow. Arkansas versus High Point. There for a second, I thought High Point had a chance. Another one of these little schools, you hear David versus Goliath. That's exactly what this game was. It was fun to watch. And, you can't help but root for these little schools that you've never heard of. I've never heard of High Point. Have you? But, look at their record. They have nothing to be, they did everything. They deserve to be in this game. They deserve to be in the tournament. Look at their season, 30-4. Arkansas, another big school, that they do what they do. In the last, 5 minutes of the game, they do what they do. They take care of business. Anyway, Arkansas with the win, 94-88. Let's go take a look at my betting board and see how I did. All right, here's my betting board. I had a good day. I had a very good day. So, yeah, let's just start from top to bottom. So, Michigan State versus Louisville. I put $5 on that -200 money line. I converted $5 to $7.50. Houston versus Texas A&M. Even though the money line was -550, I remember I told you I was going to add another $5. You know, it was 15. Now it's 20, but I converted $20 to $23 and some change. But do you see the difference here in these money lines? So that -200, 5 to 750, -550 money line. Look at that. Only won $3. So the bigger your money line, the smaller your payout is going to be. That was kind of my point in doing that bet, to show you that you'll get a better payout with that -200 than with that -550. So Gonzaga versus Texas. We know what happened. Lost. So, and yeah, they were favorites. They should have won. Remember, I did an upset bet, and boy, am I glad. I'm really glad. So, Vanderbilt was the favorite. I did a $7.88 upset bet. Took that +105. I locked it in last night, and then right at the last second, when the game started, and Nebraska got off to that great start, I put another $6 on the money line. Changed from +105 to -118, and I quickly put another $6. So yeah, that $6 converted $6 to $11. So yeah, look at that, and got a new total 307.23. So yeah, I had a really good day. I won one parlay. So my first parlay, $1.77. So hey, I'll take every penny. I'll take every penny you can get. So, and then I lost this parlay because of Gonzaga. My record is now 9-6, and yeah, I had a fantastic betting day today. So, thank you for stopping by. Thanks for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. Please tell your friends, and we will see you tomorrow for second round Sunday.